MySpace, sorry, Telegram. Okay, I've introduced myself. Now, is there anyone that doesn't know about Web3 so I can know where to start? Are we all Web3 natives? Like, do you know what is Web3? Or I should start from that ground? I think I'm already building on a block already. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, we are familiar with Web3.
Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. So tonight I'll be telling us how can a project successfully market itself in this noisy space. Even whether you are building a personal brand or you are marketing for a project, strategy is needed in this noisy environment. Most especially, we are in the bull run now. Everywhere is crowded, everywhere is noisy right now. So that's why when it comes to marketing in Web3, it comes with strategy. And let me tell you, if you are a Web2 marketer before, you have a big advantage because there's not much difference like that. In Web2, you do content, videos, and the rest. Same thing also applies in Web3. And I would like to start from this. Who exactly need Web3 marketing? Like, who exactly are you expecting for this Web3 market? Who needs this Web3 marketing? The first set of people, they are talents. For example, you and I, we need to market ourselves so that the potential founder, the potential company can see us and hire us. That's one. The second is startups. Startups, they are companies, they are Web3 native companies just growing up that needs help in pushing out the word about what they are building. The third category are the crypto exchanges. For example, we know about Binance, MEX, Bybit, and also we know about NFT projects such as BAYC, Azuki, and Persona. So this set of these categories needs Web3 marketing. Also, DeFi platforms, OneInch, Uniswap, wallet service also. We have MetaMask, Trust Wallet. All these categories, they need marketing in order to push their words out. And that's why Web3 marketer, that's why we will always be valuable in every industry. And why exactly? What makes this Web3 marketing important? Because have you even asked yourself this question at, wait, what makes Web3 marketing essential? What makes it so important like that, that every founder is talking about it, everyone is talking about it? Why is it so special? One of the things that makes Web3 marketing so important is for building communities. You know, in Web2, and when I mean Web2, I refer to normal business live and also just traditional online businesses. They think that they can spend so much money on ads and even neglect their customer and not even generate any kind of interaction with their customer. But in Web3, community is supreme. And that's why one of the roles of Web3 marketing is to build community. And what do I mean by community? Community is the coming together of like-minded people towards a particular project. So, for example, now, we have different kinds of community. I don't know whether you are familiar with Azuki. Azuki is an NFT project that have a very vibrant community. Also seed words. So what makes this community to be vibrant is the work of marketers, Web3 marketers, by creating content that educates the community. So now, you as a Web3 marketer now, how can you successfully get your foot into this industry? The first thing I'll be talking about is understanding your target audience. I got something ICP, your ideal customer profile. Because if you are posting every day without a strategy, you are just wasting your time. Also, if you are talking about Web3 marketing every day without having a particular audience in mind, it's just a total waste of time. So, it's very important when starting out as a Web3 marketer. We have many projects in Web3 that died. Even a lot of projects in Web3 died because they are unable to identify their target audience. Sincerely, once you can get your target audience, you can understand your target audience, you can analyze their behavior and their pain points. Sincerely, sincerely congratulate yourself, because that is the death of a lot of Web3 projects. And that's why you can now stand and defend any Web3 project. And that's why founders can now employ you. They can now hire you, because you will be able to help them identify their audience. For example, now, we have different ranges of audience in Web3. We have the newbies, we have intermediate, we have seasoned investors. Who are you targeting? The second thing is to get the behavior of your audience. Are they Gen Zs or old people? Are they people that are so much influenced by social media? This and that. You need to first get this thing right. And the third thing, their needs and their pain. Sincerely, all these things look like, if you are a Web2 marketer, you can just bring all those ideas from your Web2 and just bring it in. Because now, we are still going to talk about the needs and the pain points of the audience. For example, now, in Nigeria now, one of the needs of every crypto enthusiast in Nigeria is a P2P platform. Why is it that we need P2P platform? Because government has banned a lot of centralized exchanges from doing P2P. So, like this now, we've identified a need and a pain point. Please, are you following? Please, can you hear me? Are you following along?
Yes, sir. Can I hear you clearly?
Okay, thanks so much. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. So the next thing that is so super in Web3 marketing, because today I don't want to blow grammar to you, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you real life strategy that I used to teach different people entering into the space. As a Web3 marketer, the thing you need, I've mentioned target audience. The rest that you need is a marketing plan. And how do you set up a marketing plan? The first thing in setting up a marketing plan, from my experience, is that having a clear goal. For example, now, I will use these two scenarios. Let's say Daniel is a Web3 marketer that wants company to hire him, and let's say J is a Web3 company right now. So the target audience, this clear goal of Daniel is to get hired. The clear goal of J is to either get brand awareness or traffic to their websites. So can you understand that there are different goals? So you need to set a clear goal. And second thing is research. That's where a lot of Web3 projects fumbled, and even personal brands. Research who are your competitors and what are the needs of your audience. Because when you research who are your competitors, what are the needs of your audience, you will be able to come out with a unique value proposition. Because if you don't know your audience, you don't know your competitors, you don't know about their strategy, then how can you go ahead of them a step further? That's why thorough research is very important. It's very, very important, because it is in the place of thorough research you will be able to know the kind of words you should tell your audience, the kinds of things that resonate easily with your audience. And after developing a value proposition, that's when you now start to develop strategies. And part of the strategy is content marketing. Part of the strategy is content marketing, where you create content. We have social media marketing also, email marketing, and influencer marketing. So under this strategy, let me pick content creation, for example. That's when you begin to create different contents. For example, we have different level of contents. We have top of the funnel content. We have middle of the funnel content and bottom of the funnel content. Let me use another language. We have content that create awareness about a brand. And we have content that creates desire, that creates interest. And we have content that leads your target audience to demand for what you are offering. Also, around social media, that's when you study your audience. For example, now, if you are a DeFi platform or an NFT platform and you want to market directly to your audience, you know that you should target Twitter, that's X, because that's where the audience stays. But you know that if you want to start target investors, you go on LinkedIn. So this is how you create up strategies, right from your content to your social media, then to influencer marketing. And a lot of people, they make great mistakes when it comes to influencer marketing. Let me tell you something now. In influencer marketing, I've discovered one thing, that people with much influence on social media, their users no longer trust them like that, because they know that they will dump on them. So I encourage marketers and companies to leverage on micro influencers. People under 10K, 15K followers, they have a lower audience base than 70K followers. Because I'm telling you this from experience. I'm telling you this from experience. And the last but not the least is SEO. Sincerely, SEO is one of the most undervalued form of marketing in Web3. A lot of projects believe in content, they believe in ads, they believe in influencer marketing, they believe in email marketing. But a lot of Web3 companies do not believe in SEO marketing. And please, if you are into SEO right now, please master SEO very well, because you will become hot cake. Now, companies are now realizing that SEO is an indispensable part. It plays an indispensable part in Web3 marketing. Let me give you an example now. Let me give you an example. A crypto startup. You own a blog. Your companies own a blog, a crypto startup, and you want to rank on Google for a particular keywords. Let's say you want to rank on Google for the keywords of cryptocurrency wallets. Let's say the name of your company or your project is Trust Wallet. Let's say Trust Wallet, for example. Now you want to rank for the word Trust Wallet, you want to rank for the word crypto wallet, and you want to rank for the word blockchain technology. That's once people search on Google, they can easily know, they can easily see you. And that is very, very powerful because every day people search on Google. And today I still made some research on Google. That's why whoever wants to last in the Web3 space, we invest in SEO. They will invest heavily in SEO. And that's why Alchemy, let's say Alchemy, Moralis, Binance, they are investing so heavily in SEO because they know that SEO is the game of the long time. If any company wants to play a long-term game, it is through SEO. Because once the company can start ranking for certain keywords that people search for daily, they will begin to get traffic easily without running any ads. So that's why people are now getting the understanding that if they want to play any long-term game, it is through SEO. It is through SEO you can play a long-term game. So let me push a little bit further now. I'll be talking about community building. If you are a marketer or you are launching into Web3 marketing, either for yourself or for a company, please, one of the things I will advise you to do is to learn how to talk with people, how to network with people, because that is how to build a community. If you cannot talk to people, if you cannot talk about the project, even talk about yourself as a marketer, you cannot build a community. Let me use an example right now. Mrs. Victoria, she's a very good example when it comes to community building. She loves talking to people, counseling people, helping people. And that's what people need in Web3. That is what people need a lot in Web3. If you see any successful project in Web3, a strong community is behind such a project. Now, as a marketer, let me take it from the perspective of a marketer now. How do you boost community initiatives? How do you boost your community? How do you ensure that they are active? One of the ways you can ensure that they are active is that by organizing AMAs. Organize AMA, let them ask questions about the project, give response. Then organize quiz. Organize quiz. Organizing quiz is very, very important, where people answer questions, they laugh, blah, blah, blah. And let me take it a step further now. Let me take it a step further. Bounties. Bounty is one of the ways to make your community member active. And that's what Solana is doing through Super Team. If you notice now, in Super Team, if you stay active there, before you know it, you will win a bounty for a trade contest, blah, blah, blah. So this kind of thing make people to be committed to a community. So I'm telling you this so that in the future, in a few months' time, when you become head of marketing for a project, you will know that bounty is one of the ways to keep people active. because I learned that very well from Solana Super Team. They are doing it in a very remarkable way. In a very remarkable way. And last but not the least, let me tell you this secret sauce. Let me tell you this secret sauce now. One of the way to go ahead of your competitors, because I've mentioned competitors, how do you now go ahead of these competitors? These are the things that I do personally to discover my competitors and to move ahead of them. For example, now you look around, you type the name on Google, the name of your project, and you type the competitors. It will bring out different competitors. Just pick 3 or 4. Read their blog posts. Analyze the topic they discussed. One of their topics that have good engagements, analyze it. Analyze the keywords. That's where SEO comes in. Analyze their keywords. The second area is their social media. Go to their Twitter page. Look at their posts. Look at the post that is having good engagement. Study their posts. Study their posts and look for their pain points. That is second thing. The third thing now, go and check under Trustpilot their review. Look at what their customer is complaining, what their customers complains about. Look at it and then use it to craft your own marketing strategy. Use SWOT analysis. Learn from their strengths. Leverage on their strengths, and also check their weakness and build a better thing from their weak points. So if you are doing this as a marketer, sincerely, different companies will be willing to hire you. And when you get a job in any company, you'll be able to do the job perfectly. Because as a marketer, they will ask you this question: how do you measure and optimize performance? Because that is very much important in Web3. Performance, measuring and optimizing performance. For example, let me give you an example of a performance. For example, you've written a blog post. How to measure such performances: the percentage of people that clicked on your article and read the article, the particular number of people that shared your article, a particular number of people that actually convert. For example, they take one of the action you included in your article, and for SEO purpose, those that backlink, people that link to your page. So these things, they are things to measure in Web3 marketing. It's not just about posting. Measuring is important so that you can optimize. The same thing also goes for email marketing in Web3. Check the open rate, check the click-through rate, check the number of subscribers, and those that unsubscribe. So these parameters are very important, because it is when you test, when you check, you'll be able to test and know what is working and what is not working. So let me stop here and open the floor for questions. Let's ask questions, so I'll be able to entertain a lot of questions tonight. Let's ask questions so that I can entertain some questions.
I think your voice is pretty low, Daniel. Good evening. Maybe you can, I don't know, do something, increase the volume. Okay. Yeah. Why Daniel finds us? Daniel, you can also type a question, right? If there's issue with your volume. Thank you so much, Victor. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I came in late
You hear me now?
because yeah, sure. It's a bit better. It's a bit better. I don't know, Victor. Please, can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear you, Daniel.
Okay, good evening. Thank you. Um, my question is it a must for anyone who want to dive into Web3 marketing to have search engine optimization knowledge? Like, is it a must? Is it a prerequisite for anybody who wants to do marketing to have? Because that's like a different, an entirely different time to study on its own. Thank you.
Wow, this is a brilliant question. This is a brilliant question. The thing is, in marketing, we have different arms, different segments. We have content writing, we have email marketing, we have paid ads, we have ads, we have SEO. You can come into the marketing space with one skill. For example, you can just come with a copywriting skill. You can come with copywriting skill. So it's not a must you have SEO skill. You can come with one skill. But if you want to become a T-shaped marketer, a marketer that is highly sorted among people, you need to know a bit of all these things. I came into Web3 with just content alone, but along the way, I learned how to run ads, how to run email marketing campaigns, how to do SEO. So this thing, don't create any barrier in your mind. Just start with one and scale up in your journey. Scale up in your journey. That's just it. Start with one, be very good with that one, and scale up later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel, for that question. Thank you so much, Victor. Sorry, I'm very late, but I was just paying attention in the background. I'm happy you picked up. You started without me. Um, Welcome everybody to this class. I hope you guys learned something. So, before as we are thinking about your questions, can we just start dropping in the gather them in the chat? You can comment about the class, the things you've been learning. But you're so quiet. I don't know if everything you heard today was strange, but um, while that is going on, yeah, I'm so happy that Victor came on very short notice to share his insight into Web3 marketing. He shares some really, 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 it's like a short course on Web3 marketing. And I want us to take these things very seriously. Um, these are insights that will help you when you, like he said, I want to ask a question, Shabo. Daniel already asked part of my question. I had a list of questions I would have loved to ask at the beginning, but um Victor already covered everything, so I don't even need to. But then everybody here in this particular live today, they're trying to build career in Web3. This is they're trying to this is their foray into the Web3 space. So my quick question for you now, you've showed how to, like for example now, if someone is employed as a Web3 marketer or a Web3 marketing manager or in a Web3 role, how can they move from 0 to 100 for the project that they are working for? And that's like really amazing. But what about the person who is, let's say now, this person is completely new and they want to start a career? Can you carve out a career path for a person who wants to build a career in Web3 marketing? Like, where should they start from? What you already mentioned, told Daniel that you can start with one and then learn on the go and become a T-shaped marketer. So, but can you just draw out a career path for someone who started from 0, and then how they'll now finally get to that point where will be called a Web3 marketing professional? That's my question.
Okay. Thanks so much, man. Thank you very much. So, for a person like, let me use myself as an example. Starting up in just starting Web3 career. The first thing I will advise anyone starting Web3 career right now is to either pick one social media platform. For example, is either Twitter or LinkedIn, and start building in public, telling people about what you know, and share your struggles and challenges. That's the first way to gain visibility, because gaining visibility is very, very important. And the second thing I'm going to mention is very important: community. I remembered in 2021 that I joined Valucop. It was the community that inspired me. Everyone was getting job in the community. They shared their testimonials. These things make me to think, wow, if people can be getting this kind of testimony, I also can get my own. So if you are getting started in Web3, please belong to a vibrant community, because a lot of times you will feel like giving up, sincerely. But if you belong to a vibrant community, they will inspire you. You will see people. Don't see other people's success and be bittered. Let other people's success inspire you. The third thing, always market yourself. Always market yourself. Don't expect founders to just say, hello, Daniel, I've seen your good work. Please, can you come and work with us? I do tell people now, this is it. Inbound mail, inbound leads, they come sometimes, but don't wait till inbound leads come. Don't wait. Do cold outreach. Reach out to people. I learned something powerful. Let me share this tip for anyone. If you need a Web3 job this month, do you know you can get it? I listened to Omar Alaja. He's one of the top freelancers in Nigeria. I listened to him in one of his Twitter space. Okay, the day I invited him to my Twitter space. So he mentioned something very important. He says that we in Nigerians, we give up so easy. We give up easily. And he mentioned a particular stage in his career that he was posting content, writing articles, but nothing was coming forth. Nothing, no clients, blah, blah, blah. But one day he decided that this rubbish is going to stop. And he made a determination that he's going to do, it's not 700 cold outreach, 700 emails in a month. So stressful. That thing is so stressful. But he put his mind there and he was able to reach out to close to 700 projects. Do you know amazing things? After sending the mails bit by bit for a week, the following week, like 4 projects tell him instantly that they need a writer. 4 projects sealed. Then the following week, he said about 20 other messaged him, when the rest says they will be in conversation with him. This thing, when it comes to Web3, please, if you are looking for a job, luck is very, very good, but you can beat luck. For example, hard work can beat talent if hard work can be consistent enough. Hard work can beat talent if hard work can be consistent enough. You are crying, you are not getting a job. Can you just sit down and tell yourself you are going to do 50 DMs in a week? 50 DMs in a week to projects, to founders, or let's say 50, let's even start from small. 50 DMs in a week, at the end of the month, that's 200. There is no way you will message 200 people with the right message and let them be a target audience. There's no way you message 200 people and 2 or 3 will not need your service. There is no way. Sincerely, all this thing of getting job in Web3, they has gone out of luck. It now comes to hard work. If you can push yourself out there, send that kind number of emails or code outreach on LinkedIn or Twitter, sincerely, you will see the results. Getting jobs in Web3 is now more of strategy than luck. It's more of strategy than luck. So that's what I will say to anyone that wants to get a job in Web3 right now. Have I answered your question correctly, man?
Yes, yes, yes. You have. I believe you answered questions. It answered questions in everybody's heart here. I'm so glad that you mentioned some things in this class because I remember sharing a spreadsheet that has over I think over 600 DMs you can send, different formats you can edit to send. And I'm so glad you mentioned it because, like you said, that's gone out of luck. The only way you can create your luck is by showing up so much that those opportunities start looking for you, right? But you have to actually show up a lot, like he said. One of the first things he said was to, start building presence. He mentioned Twitter, mentioned LinkedIn, even told you if you're looking for what you should look out for, like if you're going to using LinkedIn or Twitter. So I'm really glad you mentioned all those things because the truth is there is no magic around it. Like you said, it's hard work. I'm not that person that'll come and promise you heaven and earth because I promise you now, and you go out there and your hope gets cut, you cut your hope short. You still fall back to the hard work part. So I'm so glad about everything has shared so far. Someone asked a question about how to go without how do I go out, how do I go okay. Okay. I think I get the question now. She's asking, how does she always have content? How will she make sure that she always have content to write about, on social media? This is from Taiwo. That's a question. You might have a lot of topics to write, but then one day you just run, I don't even know what to write. You're just blank and all. So how do you continuously have something to share? See, if you follow Victor, it's another person to follow on X. I don't know. He's very consistent. Jesus, this is very very consistent. Like you go, there's no time I go on my timeline that it was one of the first content I see before I start scrolling. He shares literally almost like let's say 35 times a day. It could even be more on X, right? Even myself, I found it very easy to be on X and on LinkedIn, but you need both if you're starting out. So you can follow
Okay.
you can follow Victor. I'm just trying to tell them they should follow you. They look for someone to model. You guys follow Victor on X. I think his username is Victor Fawole 0. So you can follow him on X so that you can fight for someone. Is someone him and his brother. His brother is John Fawole. Both of them, you can model them, right? While you find your own. You find your own graph, so you can model them, follow them, look at see how they're always like their content's always like it's not a particular format. They're always changing different formats and all of that. So you can get motivation from them. So you have to push yourself. You don't need them. If you're waiting to be self-motivated, I mean, what I mean by self-motivated is if you're waiting to feel good about doing this constantly, you might not always feel like it. But you have to show up every day. And some of us get tired. They say, how many would I do? But you don't have to. It's a typical testament of everything I shared with you this evening. Like he's a typical testament. I think that's one of the reasons why I even brought him on board. Because he has lived everything he's sharing with you guys. So sorry, you wanted to continue, Victor. If I continue and take the floor.
No
John,
problem.
I don't know. Stacknet. It's not for inside Stacknet. Yeah, he's a developer. Developer, but I don't know if you're joining the Stacknet community, but then I don't know. Sorry, Victor, go ahead before I continue again.
I'm coming. John Fawole of it's not John Fawole of Stacknet, John Fawole of Blockchain Alpha. John Fawole of Blockchain Alpha. He has his agency right now that's major on Web3 technical writing. That's what I tell
That's what I.
people. You can bring something out of nothing. A lot of people, they don't think Web3 or technical content is something they can turn into an agency. And John has turned it into an agency. So, what's your name? Taiwo, when it comes to writer's block not being able to create content, let me tell you, it happens to everyone. And this is how to overcome it. Consume more content that are quality. Consume more quality content every day. When I started out from Valucop, then after the class, a lot of people don't know this behind the scenes story. After the class, I will go to Binance blog and read 2 blog posts per day. If I didn't read 2 blog posts, I will not sleep. I started, John can testify, then I was in uni. So I started out, I consume more quality blog posts to the extent that whenever I want to talk, I begin to talk blockchain, I begin to talk Web3. So now, consume more quality content and every time have a draft. For example, you can use Twitter drafts, you can use Notion, jot out ideas. I notice that people don't jot ideas, jot things out. Jot things out so that the day you are unable to post anything, just fall back to your ideas and cook something up. The second thing, content repurposing. Sincerely, people have a lot of issue with this. I'm following one guy on X, Rose Simeon, the founder of Foundation Marketing. He mentioned one thing: create once, distribute forever. It's not that you write one blog post now and you don't even remember it again. Reuse your content, repackage them. Reuse your content, repackage them. It's very, very important. And that's even what I'm doing more these days because I'm very busy these days. So I just go back to my old tweets, prompt, and you need ChatGPT prompting, but that's not class for today, Sha. It will help you reshape your content, make it more bright. So, consume better quality content, draft ideas, and what else did I even mention? Draft ideas and repurpose your content. Repurpose your content. Look, the fourth thing now. Look at people that create a very better content than your content. Don't be ashamed of that. Look at them, gain inspiration from their content, and write your own. That's what I do. Gain inspiration from their content and write their own. If you implement these 4 steps, sincerely, you will say bye-bye to writer's block. Consume more quality content, jot down ideas, repurpose your content, gain inspiration, repurpose your old content, gain inspiration from other people's posts. So that's just it. Have I answered your question?
Taiwo, you can reply in chat or you're mute to talk. So yeah, so you answered the question. Thank you so much for this evening. I don't know if you have any more questions to ask him. Like I told you guys in the last class that we had with Mr. Paul. Mr. Paul, right? This is an opportunity for you guys to actually ask these people questions. Ask them questions. Like it's like not like you don't have access to them on X. Like you can go to their. I'm sure Victor's like one of the most accessible persons you can meet. Always willing to help. So you can always ask their questions and all of that. But you can also maximize here and now to ask any questions that you have at the back of your mind. There's always one mistake people make when it comes to job hunting, and I see it all the time. There was this guy, I told you guys about this guy one time. He was in one of my classes. Was it last year? Yeah, last year. And he, after going through even all the recordings, everything, he still went ahead to do what he wanted. And then he came back 3 weeks ago to tell me that he doesn't have a result yet. So when I asked him, so what exactly did you do? So I needed to know what he did after like going through all of that. Did you actually implement everything? So he told me that he has been applying. And I'm like, I was so angry, I was so furious, because when I see someone who didn't even go through my classes, I know. Who doesn't make the effort, I know. And it annoys me because why, okay, some people even go to the class and they never apply what they learn. And I'm like, so why go through all that effort if you won't apply it? So it pisses me off when, after hearing everything that we've been sharing from day one to today, and then you now go to a website, maybe Web3 jobs, you now sit down and start doing application. Like, I'm not saying applying on those websites is bad, but there are things you're going to miss out on. You're going to save yourself a lot of time.
They should not even be applying on job boards again. Sincerely, if any newbie, don't bother yourself with job boards.
Like, I don't get. I've said over and over again that I don't know why they still want to go to a website and apply and sit down and be waiting for an email that said you are employed. Sincerely, that ship have sailed. Everything he just shared, he just told you now how he makes sure he never loses content to create when he started out newly. He was intentional about reading and having information. So please, like, I'm using this opportunity to beg us again. I've seen quite a number of just one or two of you here actually go ahead and do the assignments I give. I don't know whether you think I'm not being serious with assignments when I give the assignments, but please, everything being shared here, they are not easy. It's not easy to be consistent, but you have to do them because, like he said, you need to network. You're going to learn so much. You're going to learn so much by network. It's not comfort zone. You have to leave your comfort zone. It's not going to become a meeting in your house. Just like he said, no partner just going to come out of nowhere and start asking you, do you need a job? That kind of cheap ship have sailed. Please leave job boards alone. Because please don't leave everything we've taught so far. You've heard from Victor, you've heard from other people, you've heard from the things I've been saying since day one, and then you still go back and sit down on one job site and start applying there. That's you can try it maybe 1,000 times and finally get through. But you would have wasted a lot of time that you would have used to build online presence for yourself. You would have used to build network for yourself. You would have used to achieve so many things. You just told you now there's no way you're going to do DMs and all of those things and not get at least. See, I don't know how to start. Do you know, even my current job, my former job, in fact, and the job before that, how did I even get them? It was just because I was just on my own, doing my thing, always talking about, value up and down. And then one day I was going to church and I got a phone call and I heard someone like, oh, I've been seeing what you've been doing. Can you join our Nigerian team? It was an exchange. I joined our Nigerian team. We're trying to like onboard Africans. I'm like, okay. Just like that, I was just on my own, just showing up consistently. And I've told you guys other different stories about myself, and it's never going to be sweet. It's never going to be easy. This is like final charge from me now, and then Mr. Victor is going to give you his last words, about Web3 marketing and building a career in it and delivering your best. So please and please and please and please and please and please and please, you want to learn about tenacity. Mr. Victor is one of those people. Trust me. He has a very sound story that you can relate with. You can relate to his story. Every one of you here. Let's just say that my own story. You cannot relate. Maybe you cannot relate with my own story, but you can relate with his. So, I just hope I was able to pass that message. These things are possible, but when you are just starting, you have to give it like 10 times your effort. Maybe as you're even going now climbing higher, your effort might reduce because now you now have more visibility. Your inbox is now full. People are now reaching out to you from here and there, and all those things. Maybe, but now that you're just starting out, you have to be like somebody that is hungry, a hungry man. Like you are hungry, So you should be hungry for knowledge. You should be hungry for practicing. You should be hungry for applying what you've already learned. You should be hungry for building networks. I can't say it enough, right? So please, thank you so much, Mr. Victor. Please, if you have any more words to share with us, final words,
Okay.
encourage,
What
encourage
I
us.
will say with what I will say with everyone is that please, even if you don't have any other thing that can motivate you, let the money in this space motivate you. Sincerely, this space changed my life, changed the history of my family, like everything changed. Because if I'm not working in Web3, let's say I'm not working in Web3 right now, maybe I've been one nursery and primary school teaching, collecting 30,000, 40,000. But now the whole story changed because to take the needed action. Please, also, you also take the needed action. Please leave your comfort zone. Keep applying, keep showing up per day. Join Solana Super Team, meet friends, do this, do that. If you have any conferences that is closer to your location, go for conferences. Go for conferences. And I'll be dropping this article on how you can build your brand on X. So check it out, read it, and implement the daily strategy. Sincerely, I tell you one thing. This article I dropped, go to under daily strategy. If you use that daily strategy for a month, either on LinkedIn or Twitter, and you didn't get any improvement in your engagement, sincerely, there's no way you are not going to get improvement. Go and it will always work. Sincerely, please, for the purpose of the money in Web3, don't give up. Don't give up. Sincerely, a month salary in Web3 will pay your 2 year salary in Web2 if you are doing any physical job. Because any physical job right now that pays you 250K, it is a job that you will struggle, like you will struggle to get slots. But even babes in Web3, they are collecting this kind of amount. So please, for the love of the money in Web3, don't give up. For the love of the money. Because sincerely, don't let me lie to you. It's not even about the tech that motivated me. I'm motivated by the money. The money is true. The money is true. And it can change your story. Sincerely. So that's my wrap up word. For the love of the money and your family, don't give up on Web3.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Victor. Yes, so if not for it, for the love of the money, it's I mean, $1,000. Do you know how much that is? I talk about 1.4 million naira. Do you know how much your minimum wage is in Nigeria? Can you make that in 2 years? Oh
They
my
are
god.
even still dragging minimum wage to 60K now. They've not even
Exactly.
approved it.
Exactly. So please, for the money. So like I always tell people, right? Have the love for the money, but have more love for the value you're offering, right? That's why you're learning all these strategies, you're learning the skill and everything. Because the money will only come when you have value to offer. When you don't have value to offer, the money will not come. Trust me. No matter how you beg for it, the money will not come. Someone can only pay for the value you have to offer. That's why Mr. Victor came here to share these things with you. That's why we've been sharing a lot for the past weeks. So for
That's
the love of
even
the sorry,
that's
okay,
why
go ahead.
I even love the mantra of Valucop. Value first. Once you can present value, money will chase you. Money will be chasing
Exactly,
you around.
exactly. Like he said, as that's our mantra here, value first, money next. Nobody, if you come with money first, people start looking at you like, when we come with value, this problem I can solve for you with my skill. I have this skill, you have this problem, this is where I come in. They pay you. Do you get? So I think not to overflow today's topic. I'm going to make today's recording available for all of us. And just like I always say, write a thread, on Twitter, X, whichever name you want to go with. I'm still not used to X. On Twitter/X, write a thread about today's what you learned from today's class. Tag Valucop official, tag Valucop and tag Mr. Victor. I think he dropped his username earlier. Tag us or this is why I give you guys this assignment so that it should inspire you to continue that habit. Do you get? Like that's why I send you people to write it on Twitter. Because that's what I'm supposed to always do. If you learn something new, he has already mentioned when you learn something new, talk about it on Twitter, talk about it on LinkedIn. The more you are doing, the more you are exposed, you are increasing visibility to yourself. You are bringing attention to yourself. You're sharing value, so people want to learn from you. So talk about today's class. Today's class was one of value. So go on X, share, talk. At least 5. Daniel is very consistent with this thing. Daniel and I think Israel, very consistent. I don't know if I've seen JD, but Daniel, Israel, I've seen you guys are consistent with this thing. So do that. That's your assignment. And like I said, I don't know what I'm going to do for the most consistent person with my assignment so far. But let's just be going first of all. All right. So that's the assignment for today's class. What did you learn from today's class? Write it on X. That's a thread. Tag me, tag Valucop official, and tag Victor Fawole 0 on Twitter. So thank you so much, Mr. Victor. I really appreciate it because I just told you, was it yesterday? And you are willing to just come immediately, and I really super duper appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your presence. So
That was the power of the community. You really helped my life, so I have to be here.
thank you so much. I'm really glad. I'm really. It's gladden my heart when I hear that smooth level. I used to just tell me like, okay, these things work. But sometimes the way some people behave these days, I'll be like, that's not working again. So I'm glad we have people like you who are so adamant to put these things to work. So what do we say to Mr. Victor? Drop all your thank you. But that is 1 hour to share. That's very precious time. But that is 1 hour to share with us today. So thank you so much. And let's all share our thank yous as we call it a night. And you guys should go back and start practicing immediately. Thank you. Good night, Mr. Victor. I've ended this recording now, and we'll go back to the chat.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.